figure out where you want to be. Do you want to be in the Central Valley? Do you want to be in the mountains? Do you want to be by the beach? Come over on a couple of vacations and figure that out before you come. I wouldn't just take the leap and come here because although it's a small country, it's really diverse and each location is completely different. So I would come on a few trips, get a feel for it, see what your opinion on it is, if you feel safe and happy here. Maybe learn a little bit of Spanish in advance as well would probably help. And then I guess the other tip is bring some money with you. I'm not saying come like Rockefeller, but come prepared with a little bit of money in your bank, I would say, just to tide you over until you find your feet in terms of accommodation and a job.
So be prepared. It might be more expensive than other countries, but it's worth it. Another tip would be make sure if you want to live in San Jose or if you want to be on the beach, you must love gallo pinto. It will be rice and beans because they eat it every day, so that's another thing.
There is a different language here. If you want to do anything inside the public area, while you can find somebody who speaks English, going to a bank, going to the Caja, going to any of the government agencies, you're not necessarily going to find somebody who does speak English. And because they are proud of their culture and their heritage, they're not going to allow you to expect them to speak English. So I think that's probably one of the first things. Cost of living is higher. It's not cheap to come to Costa Rica. It has a whole lot of other benefits that I think compensate that, which is why I'm still here. But it's not cheap, so you need to be prepared for additional money. And then I think the third thing, and this was really the thing I think that frustrated me the most when I first moved here, and every once in a while still frustrates me a little bit, is ease of access to things does not exist like you have it in the US or in any other country in the world. When you want something in the US, you click a button inside of Amazon, and inside of 1 or 2 days, it's sitting at your doorstep. Costa Rica is not quite that simple. So be prepared to be patient and really to live, their favorite phrase is live the pura vida life and just chill out.
I would say come here first. Come here for like a month or a few weeks and see if you're okay with it. Try things out in terms of going to the bank, what it would be like to actually live here, not vacation here, because living here and vacationing here are two entirely separate things. See if you're okay with being in a completely Spanish environment. Try and do it legally. I would definitely recommend that. It's going to save you a lot of headache and having to try and go out of the country every 3 months. And then thirdly, come out here for the love of the country, like the love of the people. Don't come out here expecting that it's the United States, and don't come out here expecting that everybody should speak your language or mold to your culture, because that's what you're used to.
I would advise them to come to see the country, see what the cost of living here is, the services, the food, education, clothing. So you know what you're coming to, because it is expensive. To tell the truth, there are a lot of things that are expensive, but there's a balance between that and the way of life, what you get here in Costa Rica. Another thing is that you're never going to be able to predict the weather. You just have to pop up your head outside the window to see how the day is, and to become and prepare to eat rice and beans every morning.
Number one would definitely be come for a vacation and spend at least 1, 2, 3, maybe 4 weeks in and around the country in different areas, just so you can feel the vibe and the cultural difference from living in a tropical country to your own. Be prepared if you're going to come down and drive a car, that some of the roads are crazy and the drivers in the Central Valley are probably not what you're used to, especially if you're coming from a more developed country. And thirdly, be prepared for a quite amazing lifestyle. Super relaxed. When you actually establish yourself here, you'll wonder why you never came down sooner. Pura vida, pure life, is a fundamental understanding of it's all cool. It's going to be okay. Relax. Don't stress it. And that is a really good example of what it's like to live here. You won't regret it.